Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Niemczuk. If you know me, you know what I'm going to say. If you don't know me, I'm a concert pianist from Poland and also a piano professor at a university in the south of Poland, the University of the Silesia. I love teaching and I love pianists and I love piano players and I love people in general. So that's why I give you a tutorial of all Chopin's preludes. I am now preparing those preludes for the recording of my CD. In fact, I am preparing a recording of all Chopin pieces. I've already done 4 of them and I'm still going. Now a little slower because I have a lot of concerts, but I don't give up. But anyway, not to lose the time, let's proceed to I call it a professional tutorial, but in this video I want to try to make it possible to play for everybody who is interested in watching this. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie and I am sincere. This is not easy. In fact, it's one of the most difficult preludes by Frédéric Chopin, and this should actually be called an etude, I think, not really a prelude. But well, I will try to give you all, as if you all are my students, all the general hints that I can and the general advices and how to approach, how to practice, so that you actually can handle this. But of course, it's a very, very individual thing. So this is only a general video. If you still have problems, you can contact me. Maybe we can try to get in touch on Skype or something so that you can get some guidance if only I have time. Because it's not always possible. Anyway, first of all, before you even start this prelude, and any of my students, I don't let my students to play this prelude before they will play for me Hanon exercises, both hands, but especially right hand alone, so every hand separately, each hand separately, in C sharp major key, and in the tempo that we want to achieve in this prelude, the tempo of these fast notes. So if I play this, right? has to be achieved. And of course, we are working on it on lessons. We are working during lessons. How to do it? Well, you start from 9 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You start 9 notes very fast, and then you relax your hand like this. And relax. And relax. And relax. Then again. C sharp major. You have to learn how to play very fast, extremely fast, with good articulation, and relax forearm and elbow. This is very important in this prelude, because as you could hear and as you know in the score, if you have the score, these notes are extremely fast, and there is a lot of them, and I counted 1,558 notes in this prelude. Can you imagine? And this is all the time. We don't have time to rest. So if you can't feel any pain when you play this prelude, or especially that we have forte and forte fortissimo at the end. So this relaxation of also the wrist, especially as well, is very, very important. So hand on each hand separately, but the right hand is more important. But of all left hand as well, but left hand here is much slower. It's slower. And this is the first preparatory exercise, because if you cannot do it, I don't think you can learn how to play these fast notes on this prelude. Or, I mean, of course you can, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay, now the next thing, the thumb. In general, of course, we hear the melody, right? And this melody must be very cantabile, singing. I'm talking about all that in my analysis video, which I include the link below this video in the commentaries, and not commentaries, but in the description of the video, so you can watch it. But the thumb here is doing all the job, what we really hear. All the rest is just the background, very light background. So I recommend to practice only this melody, just to get the feeling and start to immediately play and construct phrases. Now, probably the most important thing, after you studied Hanon, after you can play the thumb, now the most important thing, how to approach this, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, in the fastest way, so that you can learn it the fastest way. Take one measure at a time. Just one bar at a time. In this one bar, we have how many notes we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 24, 32. 32 notes in only one bar. Oh, do you still want to play more than one bar? I don't think so. But now, how to do it? First of all, memorize. Memorize the whole bar if you can. Try. This is, we have 4 groups, so you have to memorize each group. This group, if you know harmony, it's easier for you, because then you can see that it's an F sharp minor with some notes which are not right, but F sharp minor again. Then here, this is the transition. It's actually a C sharp major 7th without the C sharp. I mean, we have the C sharp here, but I'm not going to analyze harmonically this prelude for you. This is not what I'm gonna do here. But just you have to find the way to memorize, but play it from memory. Of course, you start very slowly. And then each group separately you have to memorize. And then I recommend to practice one group in a fast tempo. So that's all. Just like you practiced Hanon. So and down. And repeat. And repeat. Of course, don't play faster than you can. Just play in your tempo, but as fast as you possibly can play. Now, what is very important here in this prelude is that the thumb doesn't have to hold the notes. And believe me, this is all on pedal. We play here pedal. We take the pedal all the time, so we can play. And it's much easier to play this. Right? So we don't hold. I play it slower now. Staccato, thumb staccato. Now, okay, I play it without pedal so that you can hear how I actually play it. So when you play without pedal, don't play because you create the tension by pushing the thumb down, by holding it down. And you don't need to do it at all. Because if you create tension, your other fingers cannot play so fast. So that is very important. Now, another thing, I recommend to practice one group without the first note and repeat it many times, and going down, and going down, and going down, and then one group, then another group, then another. And the best way is to practice it most of the time with pedal. I know you now think that I'm stupid or crazy or whatever, because we need to have every single note there up and we need to hear. So most of the teachers recommend you to practice it without pedal so that you can hear everything. Well, of course, I'm not saying that it's not a good idea, but we must hear and practice also the final version. And the final version, I don't think Chopin wanted us to play like every single note like in etudes. No, this is not really important. The important are waves, and this is a background. It is a wind. So it's just, you have to follow the melody, build the phrases, and sing beautifully. That is, in my opinion, the most important here. From the artistic point of view, of course. So that's why I recommend to practice with pedal most of the time. And focus on this. And relax. And relax, right? Of course, as you can see, we only practice right hand. Yes, because we have to practice this prelude hands separately first for many, many months before you put hands together. My opinion again. It is individual, all depends on you, but I think, well, if somebody is super talented, then maybe a few weeks of playing it hands separately is enough. But another exercise which is good is the scratching. And this actually you can do without pedal and slowly, and every single finger is scratching, right? And this way you slowly go bar by bar, farther and farther. Now the left hand, look at the wrist movement. Just use your wrist. And of course also memorize left hand separately alone, because that will make it easier later to put it together. And the problem of this is all the same all the time. Somebody can have some individual problems in some specific groups, but that I cannot really include this in this video. So I'm just giving you, as I said at the beginning, the general advices. Now, the question is how to put hands together, right? Because we have 4 and we have 8. So in fact we have, but I must frankly say I never thought like this. But we do have 2 notes on 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, try to do it immediately from memory. But my advice is to start a little faster and to do one group. Maybe you can take the metronome. I show you how to do it. Let's say now I have 80, metronome on 80. Well, that's a little bit too fast for 60. One group. And do it like many times. And then go back to 50 and then try together. And then go back to 60. And that is the way, in my opinion, to practice that. I know it's maybe revolutionary, maybe a little controversial, maybe you don't agree with this, but just give it a try. One group, then repeat many times. When you are free, do the next one, and in general, do the first phrase. Now I will play for you how you should be able to play the first phrase this way. Stop, 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 stop. And then the whole prelude is like this. When you can play like this, then you can try two groups, like stop, 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 and so on and so on. Even if you can play it hands separate together, never give up and never stop practicing it hands separately, because in our brain it makes it stronger and stronger. And when you play it very fast, you only can think about one hand, and another hand must be controlled by your subconscious. So you have to equally know left hand as well as the right hand. Just remember about that. And when you feel pain when you play it, that means that you are tensed, so you have to very often put your hands down and relax them. Just like I showed you before, even after each group. That is very, very important. So I think that is all I wanted to tell you. And I really hope it will be helpful for somebody. If it's helpful even for one person, I will be happy. Just write me in the comments after you practice it that way if that was better. But I understand that first to master Hanon in C# major in this tempo will take you some time. But do it! Okay, thanks.